At the end of this video, your video editing game won't remain the same again. So stay tuned and watch this video to the end, right? So the first thing that we are going to do is go to Pixel Lab and just make a text effect. So I'm going to write a text like Serene Art. So let me delete this text over here quickly, and I'm going to enter the text Serene Art. Good. So I'll make it capitalized, and after that I'll probably change the font to any other font that's kind of bold right here. So I think I'm going to use this, and I'll have to increase the size of it just in case you want to use a different font, maybe a font like Go Bold. Let me check if I have a font like that. I'm not sure I have a font like that, so let me check through here. Okay, I'm going to use 𝑷𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃. Yeah, I think I'll go with 𝑷𝒊𝒙𝒆𝒍𝒂𝒃. So I have to increase the size of it, and let's see how it's going to work out. Good. And I'm going to change the color to pure black so that when we start using it, it will appear well, right? So I'm going to make a duplicate of this and just align it over here like this. And I think I'm okay with this, so I'll make the background transparent, and after that I'm going to save it as a PNG, and that's what I'm going to use in Kinemaster right now. So tap on save. Once the image is saved, then we open Kinemaster application. So quickly, let me take you to Kinemaster. Now when you come to Kinemaster, this is the interface, right? I'm currently using the premium version of it. So if you come here, just tap on create new. Once you tap on it, we have different dimensions over here, but for this tutorial we're going to use a dimension for YouTube, which is 16 by 9, and it is right here. Okay, after this we just tap on next. Alright, so once you tap on next, it will bring you to this option whereby you have to select the main layer for your work, right? So for this one, I already have some gradients downloaded from the internet. I actually showed you the website that I use in my video. Probably the video is showing on your screen right now. So let me pick up those gradients and go with it right now. So this is it. I have the gradients over here, and I'm going to use just these two for the sake of this tutorial, right? So assuming we have everything over here, let me just increase the size of it a little bit. Yeah, I think this is okay because it's not going to be a long tutorial. I think this is okay, right? So what we have to do now is to import the text effect that we did in Pixel Lab. We have to import it. So we tap on layer and go to media, right? So take note of what I did. You tap on layer before you go to media. You don't go to media directly. So I select my Pixel Lab folder and I'll pick up this text. The text is in black, so I have to increase the size of it, and I'm going to rotate it, right? So once I'm kind of okay with the size and everything of the text, I'll just leave it here. After that, I'll have to come to the timeline over here, down here, and increase the size or the duration of the text that I've just inserted. Okay, so what we have to do after this is to add what we call keyframe effect or animation, right? So what I'm going to do is to tap on this key over here, right? That's the animation key. I'm going to tap on it, and you can see what appeared over here, right? So that's what we'll be using, and I have to move like this. Once I move like this, you can see the plus sign indicated over here, right? So that means anything that I do to this text right now, whenever we play the video up to this point, that effect will show up. So quickly, I'm going to move this. Okay, I'm going to move it down like this, and I'll repeat this process throughout the timeline. Okay, so make sure that the interval that you are using is kind of the same. All right, so I'm using this interval. So this is just like preparing the background for your video, right? So let me quickly do that and I'll catch you up shortly. Good, so we are done with this animation. Now let's play it and see how it's going to look. So this is what we'll be having as the background of our video, right? And if you want to make it kind of slow, you can do that. All that you have to do is to increase the interval between each anchor point. All right, when I say anchor point, let me show you. Is this red dotted spots on the timeline, right? Those are the anchor points I'm referring to. You just have to increase, the duration between the interval between these anchor points, and it's going to make your animation slow. All right, so we are not done. What we have to do right now is to highlight the text effect like this, and after that we go to blending mode. So we come here, go to blending mode, and we use overlay, right? And you can equally reduce the opacity of your text, maybe to something like this. It all depends on your preference, by the way. So once we have this, I think I'm okay with this. You see that it's no more appearing as black, but it is rather picking the color of the gradients that we are using. So after that, you tap on check mark, and this is what you have, right? Good, so what we have to do right now is to add what I call the shadow effect, right? So we tap on layer again and we go to media. This time around we select images, then we pick the black color over here, increase the size of it a bit, right? Let's say this is okay, and after that we go to cropping, and cropping we have to enable mask, and then increase the fader a little bit, maybe to something like this. After that we tap on cropping like the back arrow, then we come to opacity, then we reduce the opacity of this a little bit, maybe to something like this. Okay, then we can now go tap on a check mark, and after that we equally have to increase the duration of it as well. Now this is what we'll be having, and we are not done. You can see this is not looking nice, right? So what we have to do right now is tap on layer again and go to effect, right? The effect is what is showing over here. You have to tap on it, and after that we select basic effects. So we are going to select Gaussian blur. All right, so we have to stretch it to fill the entire working area, which is the background of your video actually. After this we can increase the strength of the blurriness by tapping on settings, then we increase the strength a little bit. I think this is okay for me, and I'll tap on a check mark right here. Now that's not all. You can see that our text is being put behind the whole thing, right? That's it, behind the black color and the Gaussian blur, but I want it to appear, right? So we tap on it and highlight it like this. After that we go to this three dots over here and we tap on bring to front, and it will come to the front just like this. Good. Now what we have to do right now is to probably go ahead and bring in our video that we are actually trying to edit. So we tap on layer again, go to media, and I'm actually going to pick one video from my gallery quickly. I think I'll go with this one. Alright, so if let's say you have your video and there are some portion that you want to clear off, let's say the black portion around the video, probably after recording your screen, there are those portions that you literally don't want. Just go to cropping, alright, then cut them off like this and like this, then you are good to go. Let me actually cut this video because it's too long and I'm not going to use all, so I'm going to cut it and see how best it's going to be. Good, so this is what we'll be having right here, and let me just turn off the audio so that when we are playing it, it doesn't give us any kind of distraction, right? So this is it. This is what we'll be having right here. Now you can see the shadow effect is not that prominent, however we'll work on it right away. Now the first thing that we have to do is probably increase the size of our video, because most people watch videos using their smartphone. So when you want them to see the video clearly, you have to actually increase the size of it. You don't actually want to make it small for them to be struggling to watch, right? So after that, we go to our black color as well, then we increase the size of it as well, and we bring it down like this. Okay, so right now you can see the shadow effect popping up over here. You can see that the video is kind of hanging in the air, so that is the shadow effect that is actually showing up over there, right? So I believe this video is actually helpful and you've really learned something out of it. If you do learn something out of it, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you are new over here. But if you are old member over here, then thank you so much for coming back, and I hope to see you in the next video. Pleasure.